Did we just do a thing?
Yes,
we did a
right.
thing, by the way. We're live.
Great. So hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Dice Droppers, where a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons while attempting to not allow their dice to fall on the...
TOS. Put that down. Thank you.
Can't do that, Luke. And you were unmuted, by the way, so there was no point in doing that anyway. So I am your Dungeon Master, Lawson, and here's another wonderful session tonight, episode 12 of the wonderful adventures of Moon Slivers. Right? Did I say that right? Moon Slivers?
Moon
Slivers
Sliver.
of the Moon? Moon Slivers. Moon Slivers.
I pitched it as Moon Sliver, but then of course
Moon Slivers. Moon Slivers.
You don't pick nicknames. Nicknames pick you.
Yeah.
Nicknames pick you. But you don't pick your friend's nose. They pick you. Our adventures were currently in a bit of a fight. They had been invited to go to the king and queen's dinner, and after Morge playing the bagpipes so eloquently and amazing, the ceiling of the palace collapsed, and there was a large red dragon that appeared along with Cairo Anton at the top of it. Upon being surprised by this entrance, Salazar appeared to be a traitor and slammed down a dagger on top of a hand of King Julius and throwing another one at Queen Eliza, which, fortunately, because the DM is so nice and allowed, that Eva was able to use shield, but unfortunately Crod, this smaller kobold, jumping in front of the dagger because he wanted to make sure that to save his new friend, and falling upon the table. A fight ensued with Salazar trying to pull King Julius out and make him hostage. Was not successful in this feat. And in addition to that, there was still a large fight going on outside with the golden dragon Anslan and a red dragon fighting, with Cairo Anton being on top of that. As the fighting continued without their weapons, mind you, as their weapons are in the room, there was a few guards that were fought off, and after the dragons fighting from outside, hitting the different areas of the palace, different rubble had fallen down from the areas that weren't structurally secure, hitting Aura, hitting a few other individuals, and knocking Karst down for the count. Having said that, the red dragon peered its head back into this long gaping hole from the ceiling, peering down at all of this turmoil and chaos. And as the characters looked up, they saw a golden armored individual human jumping through the air with a beautiful golden sword and this light shining aura of radiant yellow energy slashing the dragon. And as he did, Cairo Anton falling out the opposite way, along with the dragon's head pulling back simultaneously. As this individual landed, he is known as the Battle Master, and looking at the rest of you, saying, you pointing at both, I think it was Eva and Salethel, saying, you two, protect the king at all costs. Let's get the hell out of here. And that is where we left off. So we are still currently in initiative at this point. The golden armored individual slamming down into the ground is the guard's turn. This individual right here is going to make its way close to the Battle Master. As he does, the Battle Master is going to use an attack of opportunity and will hit. That's 1d10. My bad. 1d10. Okay, so that's 10 plus. He is going to use Divine Smite. And let's see. So that will be 10 plus 5, 15, 17. Okay. So as this individual comes rushing forward with both of his blades out, trying to attack this Battlemaster with one easy swish of his sword, slices down both from shoulder all the way down to his left hip, cutting him right in half with this searing aura of radiant energy, splitting him right in two, and the smell and the searingness, you could hear it just split so easily like butter. Slashes down and turns to the rest of you and says, let's do this. And he's he's gonna gleam over at this individual right here to the left of him as he says that. So this guy is dead. Next up is Salathal's turn. So Salathal, what are you doing right now? The king, Salazar continued on and ran out. So he is basically out the front door almost. The king is still in front of you, probably about another 10, 20 feet from where you currently are. So you'd be able to get full movement to move up to him.
Okay, I'm going to dash. I'm going to use my action to dash. I'm going to run past. I'm going to run past the king to see if I can go see where Salazar went. And in the meantime, just as I run past, I'm going to scoop up the dagger that I threw last time because it's a nice dagger and I want it.
Okay, so are you throwing it at anybody?
No, I'm picking it up. I don't know exactly how far it was. I'm assuming that it was further away because I threw it and I missed last time.
Yeah, so you missed. You run over. It's a little bit, probably like 5 or 6 feet from where the king is. So you run over, you pick up your dagger, and the king's right next to you.
Then I've got plenty of movement still. I'll tuck it back into my tattoo and run back, grab the king, scoop arm underneath his shoulder, preferably his non-damaged one, and start dragging him away, like back towards everyone else, and like safety in the group.
Yeah, so that'll put you guys to probably right next to where Eva is. So that'll be your full movement, by the way, because it was from the corner. It was an additional 10 feet. So moving back would be 20, and then the extra 6. That's going to be your kind of like 30. So you could like move yourself over here next to Eva wherever you want to, but that's the proximity where you would be.
That's fine, and I'll shout out while we're doing this. Okay, so we're safe right now. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, so it is now Karst's turn. Karst, I need you to roll a death save for me, right?
Yep, Karst is pinned under some rubble and just fighting to maintain his life right now. Well, that's not good. That's a 9.
You get advantage.
Oh, do I? No, okay. Oh, that's much better. That's a 19.
I don't know if you already used this, but you're a half-orc, right?
Yeah, I thought about that over the week, but I forgot to use that last session, so I was just rolling with it.
All right, never mind then.
But don't you get where like if you go below 0 hit points, you go back actually to 1?
I go back to
like
1 instead.
Yeah, but you're back to 1.
Okay, I didn't want to like retcon that first thing in the session. So okay, cool.
No, that's
so
okay.
I'll just go to 1 and
it was right at the end. It was right at the end and it felt a little rushed. So yeah, that's fine. So you're at 1 health.
Okay, cool.
I just thought about that
knocked
now.
down. Yeah. You get knocked down and you feel that you have this like sense of like someone's watching you, and you feel a little bit stronger than you had before. So you actually are back to 1 hit point. So,
well, good to hear. So there are no enemies left in the room, right? Or is that one at the top right?
There's one left, which the Battlemaster basically was like, "Let's do this," and turned to that individual.
Okay, he's got this. Karst isn't worried. I'm gonna push myself up off the chair right next to me, and I'm just gonna slap myself on the torso and like try to like give myself a quick cure wounds.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right,
so Karst, with all this rubble, and you can still hear the fighting from outside of these two dragons that are roaring, and you can almost feel some of the heat that's coming from their fire breaths going back and forth, and you hear some rubble and stones clacking as their tails and bodies are getting slammed down to the ground, and scales, you hear almost like hailpins are falling from the top of them as they're getting slashed off and hitting the top of the ceiling. As you lift your hand up, and you with this like green energy in your hand, you put it on yourself, and you heal a lot of the wounds and cuts that you had sustained and some of the bruises from the different rubble that had fallen down from you.
Cool. So cure wounds on myself, and then I'm just gonna like slap myself in the face, like, come on, buddy, stay in this, not again. And that's my turn.
All right, fantastic. You still have movement if you want to move a little bit. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll move my character. I'm gonna hobble over toward.
You have a status on you, right?
That was Oh, I think I was trying to mark that I was
Being
down.
unconscious.
That I was unconscious.
There
I
we
put
go.
that.
I got
there.
it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, there you go. You're off of that.
So
now.
I'm just gonna like leaning against the table, just walk my way over, trying to catch up with everybody over there.
All right, Aura, you're up next. The body of Crod is still laying on this table right here.
All right, one more attempt to heal him. Come on, little buddy, don't die on me like this.
All right. So you do need to roll a medicine check again.
Yep.
I will say that this is the second time you've done it. So again, it's going to be same DC. Not going to give you advantage, unfortunately.
Lawson just wants this
What was that?
to die.
I'm not going to give you advantage. Just straight roll. DC medicine check.
All right. That's awful. That's 9.
Yeah, looking at him, you definitely know that there's a bigger issue that's going on right now, and you can't really figure out what it is. But you're trying to cure wounds on him and try to heal him to some degree. But for some reason, like he's continuing to like bleed out, and his mouth is just filled with this like darker red ichor. He looks at you and he's like, Crod.
Can you say that one more time? I couldn't quite hear that.
Crod, friend. And he just kind of puts up his arm. And he's gone.
Uh-oh.
And he's gone.
We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back.
I feel like dropping video should start counting for like dice drops.
Oh, gosh.
And
It is
drop
technically-
action. It's a new count.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Dropping video should start counting for. So anyway,
what was that?
so
That
Crod looks at you with his like blood coming out of his hand. He just kind of lifts his left hand and goes, Crod, friend.
Yeah.
Crot friend.
And you see as his breathing is getting very much like shallower and shallower by the minute. It is now Morge's turn. Queen Eliza is still by you, and as you have defeated this guard or enemy that was behind her, she's looking at you very startled and kind of just in complete shock right now, unable to speak. As you look over to the left of you, you do see Crod's breath getting shallower and shallower by the minute.
So, if there's no one else nearby to attack, I would come out of a rage in this turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that as my bonus action at the start of this turn.
Okay.
Because it's a bonus action.
That's fine.
And then I'm gonna cure wounds, but not on Crod, on
Aura.
yeah, you're, because if I can reach, right? Aura,
Oh yeah,
from here?
you're well within the distance. So you, looking over to the left of you, you see that Crod is his breath getting shallower and shallower on the table, and then right of you see that try as she can, and as you walk over and put your hand on Aura, what do you cast?
Oh, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna cure wounds, which is 4 and 3 is 7, so it's not a ton. But
That's fine.
you hit rubble.
Every bit helps. Every
I'm
bit
gonna
helps.
put my hand on Ava's back and go, "Don't worry, darling, you have this." And I'm gonna turn to the queen and go, "I'm so sorry about this, Your Majesty." I'm just gonna pick up the queen.
So she's all about it. She turns, she's like, no problem at all. Please. And you immediately lift her up. A few of the servants you see that are coming from that hallway where your main rooms are looking at you, and they're kind of like gesturing, like, come on, let's go. The one that was currently crying from Karst, basically telling him to go fetch his apples, currently is still like half in tears, but holding all of Karst's gear. Just Karst's.
Give that man a raise as we leave, Your Majesty. He deserves it, the poor thing.
Absolutely. Let's just get the hell out of here. Eva, it is
I'm gonna like point them out to everybody. That way. That way.
Yeah, you yell and you're like, that way. And everyone definitely hears you. It's in an echoey room. As this happens, you're hearing the scorching of fire. As you can look up, you see that there's just a ton of fire just getting shot out in the distance as these two celestial huge dragons are just fighting each other. These large winged beasts are going after each other with an additional human on top shooting out fire out of his hands towards this golden dragon. Eva, it's your turn. What are we doing?
Okay, so I meant to do this because I thought I was gonna be at the end of my turn, but I'm just gonna do it now. I'm gonna turn towards Karst, who just like came down and hit him, and basically just came back up. And I'm going to say, I'm gonna run over to him, and then say, I'm gonna say, Milo, are you alright? And then turn towards
Milo?
Milo. And then turn towards this guy. And he's okay. And
Who's
then,
Milo?
You know who Milo is. I'll text you. And then I'm going to start screaming at this guy over here and saying, "You did this!" And then my eyes are gonna start turning more of like a vibrant pinkish color, like a very like more like glowing pink. And then I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb on that guy.
All right. Purple Rasengan gets shot out at
Pink.
this. No, it is pink. It is pink Rasengan gets shot out at this individual. What does he need to roll? A dexterity saving throw? Right?
No,
Or is that a regular attack?
No, it's just it's an attack.
Okay.
All right, so that's gonna be a 19 to hit,
That will hit.
and I'm choosing fire damage, by the way.
Okay.
I dropped one of my die.
Hey,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
What are we at?
And
Fuck you.
That's
Luke.
8.
Fuck you.
that's 19 points
No
of
good
fire
piece
damage.
of garbage.
That's 19 points of fire damage, by the way.
Yeah. So he just looking at him. He looking towards your way. Just fire gets shot out at him as it implodes into his body. Looking at himself, you feel he feels like just completely scarred. You smell the burning of skin and leather, and as he's holding his wooden warhammer, he looks down, and a bunch of the wood has been singed off and everything. and it's completely like broken now. So he's holding like just two different pieces at this point. So that's okay. So that's Eva. Okay, and now it is Battlemaster's turn. So Battlemaster, after this happens, seeing as he's singed off, comes running over and doesn't even use his sword. Pulls his sword to the left side and just takes out his freaking fist and just punches him square in the face. That's a natural 20.
Yay, go Battlemaster.
And as he does, you just see his fist just goes right through his freaking skull and just pops out. He just pulls it back, kicks the body to the side, and goes, "We all good?"
Gross.
I would like to leave currently.
Yeah, it's ooh, yummy salmon. Oh, thank you.
What a
Did the Battlemaster say that?
change of character.
Yes, that is what the Battlemaster said. Oh,
Guy likes
look
his
at
salmon.
this wonderful dinner. Look at this wonderful dinner that my wife brought me. She's amazing.
Wow.
The dinner was ruined, Battlemaster. Your king got stabbed through the forearm.
Shut up, let me eat. Yeah, so he turns the rest of you and is like, yeah, let's go. As he does, he looks over, making sure kind of everyone is safe. He looks over at the king, sees Zalethal. You're pulling the king obviously in the direction of that hallway where you guys were, correct? Where all of your stuff is.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, a few other individuals come running up. Couple of younger individuals. It appears to be the king and queen's kids that are with them, the servants as well. Collectively, everyone is like grabbing the different things in the room, holding and like different weapons. The king seems to be severely hurt at this point. You're looking at his hand that he was stabbed through, and you see that there is like this like black, almost kind of deteriorating, almost kind of like plaguish type of thing that's just slowly moving down his arm. He looks down and he's like, we need to go to a temple immediately. Like this is not good. We gotta check on Aslan. What'd you say, Morsh?
A poison dagger is why you can't kill Crod, darling. The dagger's still in him. If all the daggers were poisoned, that would explain that, at least.
So, right now we have Zalethal, who is currently out of the king, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys are making your way towards the back room. Morsh has the queen, a couple of the other servants. All of you have your stuff back now because a bunch of servants are like handing you things. Or are you currently with Crod, holding Crod, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Crod is still kind of like is slow, like really trying hard and heavily gasping for air as he continues to like exasperate. The Battlemaster looks at the rest of you, still, fully armored with, head to toe and this gold plated with silver etching on the end of it. Looking at the rest of you and goes, "We need to leave the palace immediately. Gather your belongings and let's get the hell out of here."
We need to get to a temple, right? Where's the temple in this city?
Closest one would be the Moon Maiden Temple. Only a little bit more towards east. There's a couple other shops there, but Moon Maiden Temple is the closest one for sure. We need to head that way.
To the shops. Let's go.
All right. You guys, collectively as a group, are making your way out. The doors open. A few servants are with you now, helping gather your belongings. All of you have your stuff now. You quickly put on your armor, grabbing your weapons, putting other clothes aside, rushing out. As you open the door, you see that overlooking, because you guys are at the very top of this 3-tiered city. As the main doors open, overlooking the city, it is like watching something from almost like a desecrated city that's been on fire. There is buildings on fire, the screams and horror noises of individuals that are screaming for help, different buildings you see that are completely smashed and torn up completely as Anzalan and this red dragon had been battling. You hear a terror in a particular direction looking down nearest towards you as all of the guild bases are completely covered in fire and just destroyed completely. Bodies that are indistinguishable because of how burned they are in the singed of fire are just arranged and scattered. You can't tell who it is. Eva, looking at the Silver Falcon's base, it's completely gone. And realizing this, you recognize that Dorn is not currently with you guys. So I'm going to ask you.
So when you say it's not there, do you mean like it's not there at all, or it's like burned?
It's completely destroyed, smashed, broken. All of the members that you had currently met, not counting the bodies, but there's just a scatter of bodies like all around the ground. Some have these like holes in their chests that are just completely see-through. The ones that aren't singed completely, but it's like almost like a direct burn mark through their heart. And others that are just laying on the ground completely covered in black. But just this, you could imagine this whole city just covered in different areas of just smoky ash. It's almost raining down ash at this point because of how much smoke is going up into the air. But you do realize that Dorn is currently, like, you don't know where Dorn is, but he was at dinner with you guys. So what do you do?
As we're running along towards the chapel, the maidens, I forget, maidens chapel,
Moon
or
Maiden.
whatever, Moon Maiden. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name.
Temple.
As we're running towards the Moon Maiden, I'm gonna just turn towards like my hold on. There he is.
And we're back.
I'm gonna turn towards where my base was and start crying a little bit and just turn to everyone and say, I bet he's a part of this too. I bet Dorn was a part of this as well. I bet he knew. That's why he's not here. And then I'm just gonna keep like running along with everyone.
We'll deal with the dickheads later. Right now, we need to go to the temple. And I'm going to
That
look.
would be entirely ridiculous. For Dorn to have been in on this, he would have had the
You don't
intelligence
know
to-
that. You don't know that. You don't know anything.
It's true, I don't.
Temple.
I do know that Dorn is a fool, and fools are very rarely rude.
Can I take just a scan of the city to see if I see like anything reminiscent of a big grand temple of someone called the Moon Maiden?
Yeah, it's really easy to distinguish where the Moon Maiden's temple is because there is no roof, and there's a beautiful like opening where the roof is in the shape of like what appears to be like in the front entrance. The doors are made from like almost kind of like a crescent waning and a waxing crescent moon, and that's kind of the door handles to open it up. And it's very distinguishable because it's not very it's not as large as the tower or the bell tower, but it's large enough to see at night because during a full moon, which it currently is tonight, there's a lot of prayer and there's a nice light blue glow that goes into all the writing, all the text, and all of the lining and different beauty that's designed around the temple itself. So you can easily see from looking around towards the left of you a little bit more east. And that's where the direction of the Moon Temple is, and it's only like you go down the second tier of stairs and to the left, and it's right there. So,
How big is it? Is it like Parthenon status, or is it like the Pantheon like status, like the?
it's on the main. Yeah, it's on the first tier, but right off the stairs to the left. So it's not a far journey.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep dragging the king, like eyes laser sealed focus, like following the battle master, whoever's
Yeah.
currently leading. 'Cause I don't
No,
know
that's
what city I'm
fine. You
leading.
guys begin to head in that direction towards down the steps, and as you do, Battlemaster comes up to Eva and says, like, I know it's not. I know this isn't a good situation, but we need to keep moving.
Eva's currently
Had to make sure the stream was going okay.
There you
I
go.
don't know what happened to audio, but it just became converted like so.
You're good. The Battlemaster turns to you, Eva, and goes, like, I know this isn't a good situation, but we need to keep moving. And he, like, kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of begins to guide you. As he does, all of you hear a large, like, almost kind of like break of what appears to be a bone as you look up into the air and you see that a red dragon has just snapped the leg of the golden dragon Anslan as he begins to fall from the air. The Battlemaster looks at the rest of you and goes, take the king to the temple. Go to the Moon Maiden. Go to the Moon Maiden's temple. The sisters will help you. And I'll be right back. And as he turns back and looks up, you see as he turns a beautiful wings that begin to grow from the sides of him in the back as he goes into this more angelic form. Turning and looking over at you, Eva, he gives you a little bit of a thumbs up and jumps up into the air and begins to fly up in like a rapid speed. As Anslan begins to fall and kind of shifting its weight back and forth, the Battlemaster pushes up against like the bottom of his body, kind of helping him realign as the golden dragon begins to flap its wings. Anslan turns and the Battlemaster grips around and is now riding on top of him, headed towards the red dragon, as a battle in the air is now ensuing between Kyra and the red dragon and Anslan. Anslan screams out and this is like very anger rage, saying, Balagos, you will not defeat me. And
It can talk.
shoots up, and now they are fighting back and forth. At this point, the rest of you are continuing on, I'm assuming, towards the Moon Maiden Temple, correct?
Yes.
That name was what? Something Ghost? Malagos?
Balagos.
Malagos.
Here, I'll give you the Balagos. Balagos.
Used too many E's.
And Aura, I need you to roll a history check for me. What'd you roll? Aura, what'd you roll? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I don't think he can hear you.
Oh, I didn't hear you on that one.
Yeah, Aura, what did you roll?
Or what? I couldn't quite hear it.
History check.
History check.
History. Okay. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Immediately, this name. Immediately, you remember that from the book that you are reading, the Book of the Beasts. You had read a long time ago, and also the book that you were flipping through as you guys were reading together, The History of Fire. Balagos is the red dragon who granted Cairo Anton and his family powers of fire. Which is why the sudden, collaboration is making more sense to you. You also know from the book of the Beasts and reading a little bit about dragons that Balagos is one of the most feared and probably one of the most terrifying dragons known in the entire continent. As you guys are make sure I'm not interrupting anybody. Everyone good? Okay. Are we continuing on to the Moon Maiden Temple?
Yes.
Okay.
At least I am.
Aura holding Krod's body, and we have Morge who's holding Queen Eliza, and the servants are kind of gathering around. A couple of them are holding their kids. As your group is headed towards that direction of the Moon Maiden Temple, you get there and see to the left of you the Moon Maiden Temple with a few sisters that are currently occupying the outside. But to the right of you, you hear another, not loud dragon, but you do hear another dragon. To the right of you, you see a red dragon wormling that's currently perched at the top of this roof with a searing, menacing stare. As a human female is currently standing below it, looking that it's ready to engage this red dragon in battle. And with that, Haley, can you describe your character for us? And welcome, Haley. Welcome.
Yay!
A new challenger approaches.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna interrupt.
Just correction, I am not a human.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a McAllister, or however you pronounce that. I don't know.
Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Shut up.
So my character has like, hold on. Wait, let me get to my appearance.
He's got blonde hair.
Yeah, I've got blonde hair, long wavy blonde hair, blue eyes. Is a female, just saying. And is just like there, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you see a female Kalashtar that's currently. What are you wielding right now?
Okay, I am wielding a what looks like a great I think it's a great club. Yeah, what looks like a great club, but is actually not. It's a better version and customized.
Nice. Yeah, so you're wielding currently what appears to be a customized great club, beginning to engage this red dragon in battle right now. The rest of your group sees this. Haley will have you roll initiative right now.
Okay. That's +0. This is great.
That's all good.
First-
I rolled pretty low, so.
First impressions are important. Make sure you don't fail.
9.
All right, that's higher than what I rolled, so.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. As you guys are seeing this unfold, you also see that there are two what appears to be locals that are currently being attacked by a couple of other, meaner like people. Looks like they're enemies or they're looters or just trying to take advantage of what's going on. So that is happening to the right of you of the temple, and the temple is like across the street. It's not very far. So what does your group do?
I'm dragging the king to the temple.
Okay. So Salithol, without hesitation, you begin to drag the king towards the temple.
I'm gonna hurry up behind him.
I'll be running in too.
The temple? Okay.
Mhm.
At the doorway. At the doorway though, I'm going to like dump him down onto the stairs, and I'm going to. I'm not like hip tossing him. I'm just like yeah. I'm just not. Boom.
I'm just gonna
No.
like a stairs. Fine.
But like I'm getting him up to like the doorway, and then like letting go, and then just I've had enough of these fuckers, and I'm gonna run back towards the dragon.
I'm gonna try and grab the king
So-
and bring him in too afterward.
I
Okay,
will aid
yeah.
him.
So, Karst, you're going into the temple with him, correct?
Yeah. After Sale unloads him, I'm gonna like run by and like try to sweep the king up and just carry him in, still hobbling a little bit.
Yeah. So, Salithal, you rushing forward ahead of the group. You sprint ahead. There are a few other villagers that are running in chaos. Some are grabbing buckets of water. Others are carrying bodies. Looking to the left and right of you, you see that it's just a complete chaos that has ensued around in the city now. Ignoring that and really looking forward ahead, you sprint forward up and finding a lot of strength. Managed to bring the king over towards the doors. A couple of sisters like, please, 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 bring him in, bring him in, bring him in. Opening the doors, you see this beautiful altar that's in a perfect circle with like there are different moon statuses that go all the way around it. Different candles are lit, and there's probably about maybe like 15 to 20 sisters that are currently located. The head, which they call the head mother, comes rushing up to you, and all of them, by the way, are bald, wearing a white hooded cloak. All of them wearing the same necklace of this beautiful moon medallion that goes over them, but they're all unison. The mother, who's like the head mother, is wearing a blue, like tied up almost shawl that goes around her waist, while the rest of them wear white. She as you bring the king over, Karst and Eva rush in with him as you turn back around and sprint in the opposite direction. Morge, what are you doing with the queen? And Aura, what are you doing with Krod?
I think I'm going to sort of let the king get through and then take the queen into wherever a main room that's not like in the way of people that need active help, because I don't think she's injured.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So
No, she's not.
I'm sort of gonna like into like a
Is she
courtroom,
conscious?
Yeah.
courtyard. Yeah, I just
Okay.
sort of am holding into like either
Got
a
it.
courtyard, like a managerial office, like something where she'll be left alone, kind of, but won't be in the way.
There's it's one room. So this temple is one room. There are some like kind of like side little smaller kind of veer off where there's like you could have a conversation with a sister. So there's like a couple benches. There's one to the left of you that a couple servants are already like kind of making their way from the royal palace and making their way inside of there. You see that, you set her down, and then what do you do after?
Do I have enough movement to get back outside?
We'll just say you move back outside, so that way I can kind of already know who's going to be headed back.
Yeah, near the wing and such.
Yeah, because this is happening simultaneously before Haley engages this red dragon.
So I'd like to go back out and help if I can.
Yeah. You set her down. The queen goes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you kind of give her a nod and begin to head back the opposite way. Aura, what are you doing?
You know, they say a bard's goal is to bring down the house, but I'm not quite sure that's what they meant. Goodbye, Your Majesty. And I kind of like wander off.
Perfect. Aura, what are you doing?
Oh,
You're currently holding Krod.
I think
can we
Oscar's.
pause like
Yeah, I think Oscar's having connection issues.
Yeah. We'll give it like 5 and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back.
Back at it
All
again
right.
with another
Well,
great
sorry about that,
Dungeons and
everyone.
Dragons.
Luke ended up breaking the internet.
Yep,
So
that's the next.
that's what
series.
happened.
It's Luke breaks the internet.
Luke broke the internet. It's all his fault.
Oh gosh,
Anyway.
my face.
So,
I hate all of you.
It's the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph that nobody asked for.
Facts.
That's not the The original was Kim K. I don't like to relive that. Anyway.
Remember the bunny exploding?
oh my God, Luke, you're the worst tonight. Luke, you know what? Just roll a freaking d6 for me right now. Just roll a d6 for me.
Are we seeing our first campaign
Six.
damage?
6. 6.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, Eva just takes 6 damage from an entity that that shall be unnamed right now.
It is.
She feels a twang of
stupid.
stupidity.
For real.
God, I love stupid damage in my campaign. I love it.
Luke, how much health do you have?
3 now.
You take 3 points of damage.
I'm just teasing. I wouldn't do that to you, Luke. You're fine.
Yeah, after
don't
I said
do it.
I had 3 health.
Well, I give out
I was
stupid.
Don't
I love it.
don't do it. This Nightwalker's here for a reason, Luke. Just here.
I'm not afraid
Just
of
here
that.
for
Just
you.
hanging out on stream.
You're telling me you're not afraid of a Nightwalker right now.
Yeah,
So,
it's because I don't know what it is.
In the
Well,
meantime,
go.
In the meantime, Aura, right now you're currently holding on to Crod. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk over to like one of the sisters and just ask, please take care of him. Take care of his body. She's like wiping tears from her eyes.
Aww.
Aw.
We'll do our best here, and she lays him down to the ground where like inside of the temple, and then what are you doing after? Are you headed in the same direction too?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go chase after those guys.
Okay, so currently right
There's something
now,
to kill. I'm very angry.
we have Morge that's running in. Eva is not currently right now. And then we have Aura who's running in, Salithul's running back, right?
yeah.
Am I with Karst right now?
Currently, yes.
Yeah, you're currently with Karst right now. Okay, so. Boom. Okay. So, and right now the building is probably, I would say it's not very large. It's probably like 10 feet from the ground. So where the roof is. But Varsh, it is your turn. What are we doing?
That's not her name.
Vash, sorry.
Okay.
My
I was just gonna
apologies.
sit there until you
Old
got it
girl
right.
Porsche.
So,
Here we go, Varsh.
All right, Vash, you're up. What are you doing?
We're both going on the same turn. That's what it is. It's like our couple name.
wait, what?
Because Morge and never mind.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm gonna hit the thing with my new my special customized weapon, and I'm gonna try to like go up to it and hit it. Like
Go for it.
whack.
Wait, Haley, is that your character?
I know we haven't met your character yet, but I hope that they're Southern. I really hope that they're Southern now.
She could just do a rock quick.
All right. All right, go for it.
I'm gonna bop him on the head real quick and say, "Get,
Yeah.
get out of here!"
You're gonna hit him with a spell, correct?
No.
With your warhammer. Or...
Yeah.
All right, go for it. What'd you roll?
17 in total.
That will barely hit. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. Okay.
So kind of jumping up and taking a swing as its head is kind of dangling lower from the from the roof. You smack him right across the side of his face.
That's a sad number. 4 damage.
A couple pieces of his scales fall off. But that's about it. So, yeah. Doesn't seem to do too much. At which point it is now Dalithos' turn. So Dalithol, your turn. What are we doing?
I didn't even roll. All right.
It's all by who left first and what
Okay.
everyone was doing. And you dropped him off. You sprinted back. Mort went inside. So did Aura. So that's the order I'm going in.
That's on a roof, right?
That is on a roof. It's 10 feet above where it currently is right now. So
Okay. I'm going to try to run and jump up onto it, and then grab the top. As I pull myself up, I want to like duck into a roll and either slash or stab with my swords.
okay. So I'll have you roll an athletics check for me.
Athletics.
Yeah, because you're scaling the building, correct?
I was trying to like jump and like grab up. If there was a way,
Yeah, that's fine. It's still athletics.
Do all the way up. I would have done that.
Still athletics.
Didn't look like it. Okay, 14.
You. It takes a little bit. You jump up and grabbing, and your right hand kind of slips a little bit, but you manage to kind of hold on. And as you're pulling yourself up, you're kind of forcing your way up, so it doesn't look as cool as you had pictured in your mind, but you do end up getting on top of the roof.
All right. As I'm running past, I'm going to yell, "Impress me, new blood! This isn't the first time I've fought a dragon with strangers." And I'm going to take my 2 attacks.
All right, go for it.
Because it hasn't gone in the initiative order, I don't think.
It has not gone.
All right, cool. So then advantage, and that means sneak attack. Natural 19 plus 8, I believe, is a hit. And then an attack. 17 plus 8 is 25.
25 points of damage?
No, 20.
Right,
I did my attacks first just to see how many I had to roll.
Yep.
So
The 25 will hit.
yeah, so 20.
We might not even need leave the temple.
Okay. So these are short swords. So 1d6. I am a rogue. That's 3. Is it 3 at this level? Let's check, because it's been a while. I think it's only 2. It might only be 2. At a level 3, I believe it's only 2. Okay, so that is 10, 18 points on the first one.
Okay.
Then 6 points on the second. So 24 points of damage total.
24 points total. All right.
On my first 2 slashes.
Yeah. Taking out your short swords and kind of slashing back and forth. The scales are getting peeled off really easily, and how sharp the blades are, they're piercing through the left side of the neck of this dragon. It peers over and looks your way, and gives you a menacing stare, and kind of growls at you.
And then immediately after doing that, I don't like how I'm the only one up here facing it down, and I kind of go, "Oh, okay."
All right. Morge, it's your turn. What are we doing?
So it's 10 feet up on a building right now?
Mm-hmm. The roof is 10 feet from where it starts. So like if you have right now it would get you about 30 feet to get to the actual building. An additional 10 feet to an athletics check to get up on top of the roof. And then you'd be able to melee range. But you're 30 feet away from the dragon, or 40 feet away from the dragon itself. which, if actually technically speaking, if we're using the Pythagorean theorem, it's 10 feet there and 30 feet there.
I'm gonna use the Vicious Mockery cantrip, which
Okay.
again isn't a ton of damage, but gives, if it fails, disadvantage on its next attack rolls. Which I feel like
Okay.
is so useful.
Yeah, go for it. What do you yell at him?
It's a 13 for the saving throw. For a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Yeah, unfortunately, he succeeds.
Well then, yeah. So I still have to cast. I still cast it. So I just yell at him something. Your scales are less shiny than perhaps you think they are. I have nothing. I don't know.
Devastating.
I'm gonna turn to.
Owned.
Carson here? Did you come out here with us?
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm still in the temple. Yeah.
And
Aura is out here, I'm out here, and the new one we don't know yet.
Whoever could it be?
I think I will turn to new one we don't know yet then, which is not a nice thing to call you. And give you a bardic inspiration for your next. Yeah.
Gotta love the
So let's give you, and darling, you look lovely, by the way, and give you bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna flip my hair and go like, oh, thank you.
Wonderful, darling.
There's the voice.
Just because Luke wanted a southern. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Or just transatlantic opposite of Southern Belle. I'm so excited.
And you do have movement still, I think, if you want to end out your turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna save my movement because I have like a disengage that I think I can use. If somebody comes at me instead.
Okay.
Disengage would be an action, so
Oh, is this like a bonus action or something?
if you wanna, so bardic inspiration is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
you technically haven't done an action. So if you want to hold your action, and you can actually use, you can do that. So if like something comes at you, you can attack them, and that can be holding your action to attack, or you can choose the dodge. You can choose the dodge action, which means that any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker.
I thought my action was the
This
failed
is-
spell.
That is true. So you did cast the
Mockery,
spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be the failed spell. So apologies, but
So I'm just gonna sort of hang here, I guess.
okay, sounds good. Aura, what are we doing? There's also enemies
Aura's
down
not
here
having
that
a
are
very good day
currently
today.
engaged with some villagers. By the way, just letting everyone know.
Oh, behind us.
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
see that
it
before.
was mentioned when you guys ran by, so I just want to remind you.
I thought that this was...
I can't reach them.
Place. Never mind.
Very good.
So, like, Aura's very upset right now, and she's just not having it. She pulls her cloud down and transforms into a small knife made of ice, and she throws it at the dragon. And she's using ice knife.
Yeah, go for it.
It's the dragon in the air?
Let's see if I hit.
The
This is
dragon...
hit Salathyl again.
You guys there?
Yeah,
Right
I'm
now
just
it's
gonna...
about
You guys hear me?
31.67 feet. Yeah, we can hear you perfectly fine.
Oh, look at that! I've been impaled.
Uh-oh.
Would you look at that?
That's not
We
good.
can hear you, Oscar.
Perhaps he can't hear us. His screen is frozen, which implies...
Now we can't hear him. Now we can't.
So-
We were doing
Okay.
so
Nice
well.
job, Lawson.
You
You
guys hear me
jinxed
now?
it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Oh,
Not so sweet.
Sorry, that was just really comedic timing there. Can you hear me now?
Did you guys actually hear the spell or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear you the whole time. So yeah, you cast
Rob comes
Ice
down.
Dagger.
Oh, sweet. Good roll, too. That's 17 plus
That'll hit.
4. Sweet. It takes 9 points of piercing damage, and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Or is it Dexterity?
I think it's a
Dexterity.
Constitution.
Dexterity saving throw.
All right.
It's Dexterity. It's like a little explosion.
12.
That's at my DC. So I think that means it saves, right?
Mine's 25.
Mm-hmm.
So the save. Oh, well, yeah, you're fine. I don't think it really hits you. It just hits like the side of the dragon that you're not on.
Okay.
Yeah. So as this really cool cloud like kind of drops down a little bit, you like push your hand through it and just a icicle dagger gets shot out and just like almost kind of like a speedable bullet nailing the dragon to the same side that Sailthul had just cut up its neck as it begins to make a menacing glare. It is going to disengage from you guys, flap its wings, come up into the air here, and it is going to use its movement to begin to fly away. It flies 60 feet, so it is like gone. As it flies into the air and you're watching this winged red beast fly away, you look out and see that both the battle master and Anslan are currently like winning this battle, and as with a very large, amazing, radiant beam of energy that comes out of Anslan's mouth, shoots the red dragon down as it slams into a lot of what appears to be used to be parts of a city and towers and everything. Slams down into the ground, and as Aslan stands in front, says, "Leave now." Balagos and kind of turns back and says, "I'll be back for you, Anslan. I'll be back." And begins to fly away. And as he does, this is what ends up happening with this red wormling as the red dragon Balagos screeches out, almost calling a lot of his winged beasts back. You see as he's flying out to the distance, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 different red little wormling dragons flying off, following him away from the city. At which point, the two guards are currently I won't say guards, but these two enemies are currently engaging these villagers behind you. So it is Vash's turn. Vash, what are we doing?
I am going to find a safe way down.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast as a bonus action I'm just making sure I can do this.
You're good.
Okay. I am going to am I able to see any of the enemies?
Yeah, they are a little far away from you. They're probably about like 80 feet away, but you can start making your way there. If you want to move 30, one of them will be within 45 feet of you. The closest one is to the left, and that is only 70 feet, so it would put you 40 feet from where you currently are. So you'd have an additional, put you 40 feet away from that individual.
I used my action to move. So.
Okay. You can always
I'm
use
gonna-
dash. So
That's an action.
there's an action if you really wanted to.
Her name is Vash.
Vash use
I won't
dash.
dash.
Vash doesn't
What I'm
dash.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my armor lightning launcher
Okay.
and try to hit the one closest to me.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. As you run forward, and is it coming just from like how is it
It's
shot
coming
out from
from
your
my-
armor?
Okay, it comes from like the upper wrist area. Like I have a little like
Okay.
thing that just pops up a little bit, and then it comes out of there.
Dope. Yeah, so you're rushing forward, and as you kind of like put out your arm, a little like metal piece pops up and shoots out lightning towards this individual. As it's beginning to take its sword and slash this villager, it just gets shocked in the back. It is completely stunned. What was the damage on that?
It's 6 lightning damage.
6 lightning. Okay.
Oh, and they have to make wait, let's see. They have to make an intelligence saving throw as well. Otherwise, they continuously take
11.
damage. Okay, let's see what is.
And what was the damage again? Apologies.
It was 6.
Okay, 6. Okay.
So 11. They had to. Give me 1 sec. I gotta look.
It's the guard's turn. Sorry, I'm not at the guards, but it's
They failed the save, by the way.
Yep, they failed. Okay. So what's the status for them then?
They have continuous lightning damage for 2 rounds.
Jeez. All right. That's fun.
Yeah.
It's like an eldritch blast almost.
That's awesome. So as the lightning is hit, you just see as this enemy just like looking at you as what appears to be not static, but there is electricity and current kind of still like pieces of it's getting shocked off of its armor. It is going to he is going to turn at you and move away from this villager and make his way towards you, which will be, let's see, you're at 40 feet. Yeah, so I'll put him there, and he's gonna actually we'll move him 10 feet, and he's gonna take his daggers out, and he's gonna throw both of them at you. First one is a 10. Second one's an 11, and they both go whizzing by you, and you dodge them easily. Sailthal, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to sheath back my swords, and since I have all my stuff again, I'm going to flip my short bow around, pull out an arrow, and I'm going to take a shot at the far one to get get them to stop paying attention
All right,
to
do you wanna move your character on the roll 20?
I actually wanted to stay up there.
That's fine.
So I could have a better. Actually, no, that's a little bit far. I would know better. I'll jump down and I'll move close in.
Just to get within range. Yeah. So you're gonna jump down. So roll an athletics check for me. So you land on your feet. Yep.
11.
You're just jumping. Yeah, you're jumping from 10-foot roof. You've done it before. You don't land gracefully. You kind of land flat, and you're like, oh, did not do that well. But you're okay, and you begin to run forward, taking out your short bow and firing forward at the soldier.
Mm-hmm. Right for it.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay. That's 24.
He has not got an initiative yet, by the way.
Oh, really?
24 will hit.
So let's just try for the 20. Nope, that's a 4. Then that's 1d6 plus 5. I don't feel right about that one. Okay. That's going to be 8 points of damage instead of 11.
Okay.
That'll-
Yeah, you shoot and it hits him in the side. Looking at he kind of looks at your way and he sees that you're coming from there. He takes the arrow and just snaps it, smiles, and begins looking in your direction, appearing to be ready to engage with you in battle.
Oh.
Let's see, where's 30 feet? God darn it. 30 feet, we'll put him right there. You know what? He's gonna make a swing at the villager. He's gonna do that. Let's make this up. Okay, yeah, he definitely hits the villager. So he takes out his sword, looking at you. He looks back at the villager that's currently holding like a bag of hay, and he just swings down, hitting him, and actually cutting his arm off, completely. And this man, grueling pain. As he does this, he actually is going to move in your direction and say to you, "Your move, elf."
Oh, wait. I forgot. No, it's too late. Because that was at advantage. I should have added sneak attack, but I didn't. All right.
What would it have been with sneak attack?
Let's find out. An extra 10 points.
Okay. Yeah, add the sneak attack damage to the next turn. I'll give that for you. Okay.
All right.
Because I did mention it, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Mors, it's your turn, and then Aura, you're on next.
So I can't see the map, but it sounds like everybody else is kind of far away from this guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The one that I just attacked, you are about
You're about 50 feet away.
And the one that you're actually 50 feet away from the other one as well, just in different directions.
You should only be like
50, 40.
30. Yeah, you should only be like 30, 40. Yeah, I'll say you're about 30 feet away from the next one, because that's pretty close. Again, scaling maps is like the hardest thing to do in Roll20. So
I have 30 feet of movement. So can
Mhm.
I run right up to 30 feet away? And would there be anybody else within 15 feet if I kind of just ran right up to him?
no one would be within 15 feet of you.
The villager it was attacking would be, but
Yeah,
otherwise...
the villager, yeah, that'd be the only one.
Oh, I thought the one attacking was further away.
There were two attacking. There was one that
Yeah,
Haley
but this villager on the right side is the one that you're currently trying to be engaged with, Maya, would probably have been run away. So I'll say that for the sake of this, like, no, they wouldn't be within 15 feet of you. So you'd be okay if you wanted to like shoot out an attack or something.
Yeah, because it's a 15-foot cube. So
Yeah.
I want to hit any civilians, basically.
Yeah, you're good. Go for it. You would not.
Then I will do that. Run right up on him and cast Thunder Wave, which is a con save for half damage.
Oh, he rolled a 1. Oh no.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Also save, they get knocked 10 feet backwards, as do any unsecured objects near or in that 15-foot cube.
Yeah. So you cast this and
And it does 9
it should be about that much.
damage.
9 damage?
Isn't a tough. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run right up on him and do one of those like salsa steps where it's like the big stomp, like bam, like right at him, and just send him 10
man.
feet back.
Yeah, and I'm assuming he has to roll dex save for that, which is a 2. And as he does, he slams his head down into the ground. And just for the sake of this, I'm just gonna roll a con save, see if he. Okay, so he's still awake, but he's now prone, for sure. which is awesome.
Excellent.
So you do this like awesome salsa move, boom, and just this.
It does say
thunders.
push 10, but prone isn't part of it. So
No, I'm just saying it's for the fact of role play. Yeah, because he failed it pretty poorly, so he loses his footing, and then slams down to the ground. His head doesn't hit the edge, so he's still conscious.
There's also the trick. It emits a boom that's audible to 300 feet. So I'm kind of hoping that the gold dragon is within 300 feet and could hear it.
Oh yeah,
Just
it would
because
definitely
he's
hear it.
where the king is. So
Yeah,
if he
the dragon
looks
would hear it for
over,
sure.
like the guards and stuff, and hopefully figure out the king is over here, that's
Yeah.
part of it.
Perfect. Yeah, he definitely hears it. Which point, Aura, it's your turn. What are we doing?
Aura's gonna use her beast shape and transform into a giant hyena.
Oh my gosh.
She's done being Ergonati lady. And she's gonna charge this man down here.
What are you turning into again? A hyena?
A giant hyena.
I don't know if I have a hyena. Closest thing I would have is like the closest thing I have is like a wolf. That's the closest thing I would have.
Fair enough.
All right, so you turn into a giant hyena. Okay.
Hyena's what the thing
I'm gonna charge.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna charge this guy down here.
Okay.
Alright, let's do this. Please work. Damn it! That's an 8. It's a hit.
All right. You can now control. You can now control it now. Unfortunately, so you're trying to slash it, bite it. What are we doing as a hyena?
I run down and try to chomp its arm and miss.
Yeah, as you do, snapping of your jaws and. But he's technically prone, so you do get another attack.
Oh! That's sweet. I know that.
Oh, what a nice GM loss.
Oh my god! That's still 8. That's exactly the same roll.
And as you chomp at the other hand, he pulls back as he's laying down on the ground.
Just gonna sit on him next time.
Back at the top of the order, Vash, your turn. What are we doing?
Well, first off, is the guy that was still like that I hit with my lightning still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm gonna do
it's
more
not his
damage.
turn yet, but it will be next
Okay.
round, and he will have to do
Do you want me to
the
roll the
lightning thing.
damage now or when it's his turn?
No, it's his turn
Okay. So there's that.
because you might not have to roll if you make another attack at him.
True. So, I know the city's in fire.
Yes.
But I want to give more flames.
It's already on fire anyway. Whatever. I want to cast it on fire as well.
Fire.
I am going to cast Firebolt at the one I was attacking.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
20.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yay!
Hero. It's amazing.
That's fucking spectacular.
It's double damage, right?
And the wall behind it.
So what'd you roll?
Okay, let me roll damage. Oh, give me a sec.
You want to join the battle too? You want to join the battle too? Okay.
Oh no, please don't.
It's okay, Lawson. Our luck will run out real soon.
I can't wait for you guys to actually fight one of these guys. I don't know when, but they're so cool. They're so creepy and awesome. He's not in your Book of the Beasts, Oscar. Sorry.
Oh man, I want to know.
16 fire damage.
All right, so yeah, you basically just incinerate him completely. It's like from Endgame, you just see the ashes
Oh my
fade away.
And
There's
then
one soldier left.
one soldier left. Okay.
He is dead.
Um,
You dead.
is he within 30 feet of me? Let's see. Let's see.
35.
So yeah, I mean, you still have movement, so
Okay, I'm gonna take. How do I move myself?
you already cast a spell. So just letting you know.
Yeah, I know.
Cantrip.
Got a bonus
I wanna
action
use a
though.
bonus action. The spell area is 30. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. So, I just read the spell description, so okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cast Sanctuary on. I think it's. Do I pronounce it wrong? Morge?
Morge is right.
Morge? Okay, Morge. I wanna put, Sanctuary on you, and I'll be like, thanks for the inspiration, boo!
What is
Basically, if any creature attacks you with a harmful spell, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. So it doesn't protect you, but it makes it where if they fail, they can't like attack.
If they fail, they can't attack you with a spell or melee attack. Or sorry, any attack actually.
Yeah, they can't do any attack.
So they'd have to pick a new target, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a not me spell.
nothing? I think
Not
you and
me.
I are going to be wonderful friends.
There is a side note. If you make an attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends.
Ah, okay. So I have to stay as healing and bardic inspiration for right now, but I can do that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, he's dead. So he doesn't take the lightning damage. So it's now Salathol's turn.
I'm going to keep staring at the other guy, and I'm going to draw an arrow, and I'm just going to lay it on the bowstring and just stare at him with it pulled back and drawn, and I'm going to hold my attack until somebody gets within 5 feet to like distract him before I release.
So it's actually his turn. So he's gonna run up to you until you get to 5 feet. So you can. I'll say at this point,
How far can he move?
30 feet.
So then he can make half the distance unless he dashes.
Yeah. Let's see where it was. So, God,
It was 50.
I know this fucking thing, man. Where are you?
So far away.
He can make it to there.
He was here. Yeah, so he was right here, 30 feet. Well, hold on. He's here. Where's the snap to center? Serious? Where the hell is it?
Am I not showing it to everybody? I feel like I am.
No, you are, but
I can
for
see it.
Yeah,
whatever
you are.
reason, like I don't have the tool to snap to center right now, which is really weird. Like it just like randomly just is not showing up, but it's fine. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, 55 feet.
Well, that was its turn, right?
Last and I snapped it to center. If you wanted to see.
Yeah, it's like I know, but it's like for me it's like hidden for some reason. Like the thing is like just not.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times. It'll still work. It just
It's like it moved down and it's like this
Yeah.
big now, and I don't know how to fix that.
I don't know how to either, but
Oh, there we go. I
works.
clicked it. Now I'm good. All right, yeah. So let's see. From here, he is. That would be put him at 30 feet from where he is right now. It's right there. Okay. So moving to here. So anyway, you hold your action. He sprints forward towards. He gets to about here.
I'm gonna keep cold staring him down.
You're still gonna stare him down. Oh my god.
I held
Right.
I held my action. That's all I can do.
Okay,
also-
Morge.
Also, it's a cold ass motherfucker moment.
Yeah. Morge, it's your turn. What are we doing?
Did I get enough? Is that guy close enough that I can distract him?
Yeah. 45 feet away from you.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Chris
can't
Ford.
go his arm. That was the rule, right? With the spell on?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't make an attack, but you can still run at him.
Yeah, you can distract and do whatever you want.
I mean, that's outside of character.
Can I run up and touch him?
You're not close enough to do that. I think you only have 40 feet of movement from, right? Or 35?
30,
So
yeah.
you'd be able to get about here, which is like 10 feet away from him.
No. I have to be able to touch him to do that trick.
Ooh, you have a trick.
Does anybody near me need healing? Does anybody
No.
get you, rather, on my turn? Because I can't see the...
Maybe Aura does? I'm assuming Aura does.
No, I'm in a wolf form. Can't really heal me right now.
Strictly speaking,
okay.
I'm down 7 hit points, but I'm fine. I don't show it.
You're not close enough to give him health, unless it's
Not a cure
a
wounds.
spell that you can cast.
So you could healing word
With
if you
range.
can't cure wounds.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's cure wounds, no, but if it's healing word, yes.
Well, I don't know that I have a ton I can do then.
You can try to distract him if you want. You can yell something at him.
Maybe pick up a rock and
Can
throw
I?
it.
You can throw something at him.
My thing was gonna be I was gonna run up right on him and cast the light cantrip on his armor. Because you wanted him distracted. That sounded like a good answer. So
What's the range on light?
Light is
it's a bright light in a 20-foot radius, so can I run up
touch,
to
yeah.
where I'm within 10 feet of him and just go, ta-da! And cast it on my own gloves and just be like,
Sure.
ta-da! Try and fully distract him. So
Yeah,
he looks at
totally.
me.
You do that. You go, ta-da! And kind of, as he's running forward towards Salathal, and you begin to run to the side, like, ta-da! Kind of turns his head and is looking at you, and his eyes get a little bit pinched as the light is extremely bright.
and as he turns his neck, that's where I'm aiming as I loose my arrow.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, roll an attack with advantage. I'll give you advantage because he's being distracted.
That's a 16 and a nat 1, but 16 plus 7 equals...
16 will hit.
Okay. Then that is 1d6 plus 5. That's 1 plus 5. 5 damage plus the 10 damage from earlier. 15 points of damage.
Yeah, describe your kill for us.
Okay, so as he was running up, I pulled back the arrow, and he was running at me. And as Morge runs in, shines the bright light, he turns his head, it looses, and it goes underneath the jawline and sinks there. And he keeps running, and he runs past me, and then drops.
Oh, love that. At this point, you guys are all out of initiative. Meanwhile, back at the temple, as the patient, wonderful, 2 other characters have been waiting.
Meanwhile, back at the temple, where things are happening.
Seriously. While that is happening,
Turned away from combat so they could patiently.
seriously, Kudos to you guys.
Like less than 30 seconds, so
Yeah, I mean, it was only 30 seconds, guys. Come on.
Wait,
It wasn't that long. At this point, you guys are currently in the Moon Maiden table. The head sister is currently bringing the king up with a help from a few other individuals to an altar that is extended up in the middle of the temple, with the ceiling that is currently open shining down where the full moon is like basically hitting so perfectly with this like light aura. There is glowing light blue energy on all the writing and all the walls and all the little carvings that go into each of the sides of the different moons that appears to be all around you. Karst, do you feel in this particular room the strongest you have ever felt before? And you feel that you are being watched and connected with something higher than something like a power almost. The medallion that you currently are wearing, which it has been scuffed and, hit and smacked around and there's maybe a little bit of cracks in it, as you look down, begins to heal itself almost and mend itself back together into this perfect form, as your medallion is now perfectly glistened and almost in perfect form. And you hear a whisper, just a whisper, as Selune whispers to you, "My champion." And that's it.
Cool. I hear it, but I'm very stressed right now, and Karst does not have the mental capacity to think about anything beyond what's right in front of him.
Yeah.
He's
So,
also still
she
bleeding,
says-
I think.
He's also still bleeding.
She says, welcome, my champion. So
Cool.
welcome, my champion. I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard me.
Yeah, so when they're carrying the king to the slab, to that area or whatever, Karst refuses to let him go and instead just like carries him alongside them and bustles over to the table and
Okay.
leans over. He's like, "All right, buddy, you can't. If I can't die today, you can't die either. You gotta promise me." I'm slapping the king in the face as I'm saying this.
It's like, okay, I'll be fine.
All right.
They do such. They're doing such a good job. The head
Eva,
sister
pressure,
goes,
pressure.
It's okay. It's okay. We have this. It's okay. It's okay. And she looks over and sees your medallion because it's in gleaming form now. It's like perfectly shined up. She goes, You worship the moon maiden, Selune.
Selune, I mean, this is that weird? We're at a temple. I think that'd be normal
Yes,
here.
this is the. Yes. How did you get that medallion? And the king's like, hello. Can you guys do something over here? And they're
I'm
like,
sorry,
oh.
but I'm with that guy. We don't have
sorry.
time for this.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the hand gets kind of put on to the side as his whole forearm, and you can see the veins that are actually like underneath its skin begin to be black and dark and are slowly make its way up his arm. They pour some holy water in the actual wound where he was stabbed, and begin to hold hands and do this incantation as the moon and everything begins to kind of appear from above. A slow, almost kind of like starry dust begins to form as it dissipates slowly down from the opening of the ceiling. And as it does, the arm where it had all these like black veins that you could see under its skin begin to glow. And as it dissipates and moves, it slowly goes forward towards the opening of the wound. As it slowly heals, the once dark black veins begin to go back to normal, and its skin and blood that was once there is seeping back into his hand. And as the small little speckles of light blue energy begin to fill up, so does this black kind of orbish like goo, and it just slowly moves its way up and vanishes into the air. And his once wound is like a little bit of a scar, but it's all healed up completely, and he feels so much better at this point. And the King Julius looks over, and all of the sisters look at him with a smile, and he goes, "Thank you. I really appreciate that. My family, are they here? Karsta, where are they?"
The queen. I saw them escort her over that way because the queen's in the temple too, right?
Oh, yo,
Yeah,
where's
yeah.
the prince?
Oh, thank God.
Princesses are here, right?
The prince is with her. Yeah, her two kids are with her.
I'm gonna look to the
Okay.
nuns and be like, oh, all right, go get them. Bring them
I
over.
thought we just straight up left the kids there.
No, the servants came out with the kids and brought them out.
Got it. Okay.
Eva, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a seat in one of the pews. I'm assuming that there's pews or something, and
Yeah.
just kind of in one of the front rows, just kind of like looking at the king, but also kind of being myself, and just kind of putting my hands in my hair, stressing out, and like just kind of freaking out and just muttering to myself, "Wasn't strong enough. I didn't know. And just kind of shaking with rage and kind of a little bit of traumatization.
Yeah, Karst, you're seeing this too with Eva, this little freak out.
Right. King Julius, you're all right? You'll be okay if I step away for a second.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go see my family immediately, and he runs over towards his family.
All right, and I'm gonna stagger over toward Eva, and trying to walk quietly so as like not to scare or upset her. But I'm a big guy; it's hard to walk quiet. And
Roll a stealth check.
And I'm gonna
clank.
clunk, clunk in my armor. I'm gonna kneel down next to the pew and put a hand as soft as I can, trying really hard not to slap her like I usually do everyone I touch, and just like slowly put a hand on her back.
I'm gonna say roll a dexterity check for me for that.
You just like, it's like Saitama. You just touch me, I go flying 3 floors down.
It's an 11.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So you put your hand very gracefully and gently on Eva's back, and Eva, you kind of it kind of shocks you for a second, like, oh, brings you back to reality.
Eva,
I kind of
Karst,
kind of breathing a little bit heavily.
are you okay? What's going on? You can talk to me.
I wish I had more time to tell you. I should have known that this was going to happen. I had
What do you
doubts in the Silver Eagle. I had doubts in the Silver Falcons, and now they're all. I know that all of the rumors are true. I know that everything that they did to my parents.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind just recording this video for me?
Everything they did to your parents, the Silver Falcons. Look, you don't have to talk
just
about it if you
kinda-
don't want to right now, but
I'm just gonna kind of lean into Karst and just start crying.
he's gonna, a little confused because he's not used to it, he's gonna slowly like put a hand up on the back of her head and just little pat. Look, Eva, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what happened. You're one of the strongest people I know. I can't say I ever saw you like this before, but I want you to know you're not alone here. Whatever this is, we'll get through it. You, me, Aura, Morge, even Sail when he feels like it. We're all here to help you.
We don't know about the other lady yet.
No, we don't. We're all here for you, though. I want you to know that, okay? I don't know what I can do to help now, but if you ever want to talk, probably not when a city's burning, unless you want to. I'm not here to stop you, but but we can talk.
I just kind of like And by the way, I'm silently crying. I'm not like doing like a heavy weeping,
Mhm.
obnoxious thing. It's just like a silent, like tears are just running down my face. And I just kind of like pull back a little bit. It's not enough to have your hand come off my
Mhm.
my head or my shoulder, but just kind of like put my head on my chin on your shoulder, and I just kind of wipe my tears away with my hand, and I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you everything, but right now we need to get to a safe place.
All right. Sounds good. And I'm gonna take a little bit of my cloak and just wipe off like on her face really quick where I can see like where she missed the tears on there. I know you don't want anyone else to see that.
It's a good thing mascara doesn't exist yet. Am I right?
At this point, I'm assuming the rest of you are running back to the Moon Maiden Temple, right?
I don't know if I'd be running. I'd probably be like talking to, taking the downtime to like
Just a casual walk back.
just like say
Skipping.
to Morgs, like meet this new person. You know, like actually like meet and learn like what's going on, like why are they fighting?
Yeah.
But we're kind of a bad freeze frame of the Brady Bunch right now, so
I know, it's crazy. If it's okay with you guys, we'll say for the sake of time, you get to the entrance of the Moon Maiden Temple, which was once the, overlooking the city, which are a lot of flames are now beginning to slowly die out as many of the guards are beginning to help a lot of the areas that are caught on fire. Getting closer and walking towards the Moon Maiden Temple and standing before you. Towards the center, help Crud, and they try to do their incantation, but unfortunately, it's not working. Crud lays there with his breathing slowly getting softer and softer and softer. As he does, he looks over at you, Eva, and Karst, and gives a little bit of a smile and says, Crud did good.
Crod did good, buddy. Crod did good.
Crud did great. Crud, you were a friend to all of us.
Crud will always be friend. And he just stops breathing. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
How did I know that was going to be his last words? How did I know he was going to say Craw did good?
No way.
No, I knew for a fact. I knew he was
going to say that. Then you need to call that shit, man. I don't believe you.
I was going to call it last session, and then I forgot.
I mean, technically, Crad's last words weren't "Crad did good." His last words were,
Excuse me, ruler. You know who else had the last words?
You know who else had the last words? I did, because I just server muted you.
Did we lose Maya, by the way? Is she not coming back? Did I miss something?
Yeah, she wasn't feeling well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Crod's last words were, Crod, always be friend. And he is now dead. As you guys are traveling back, we'll pick up the next session, where the group that was currently engaged with the Red Dragon are making their way back to the Moon Maiden Temple. And that is where we will begin the next session, is learning a little bit more about this Kalishtar and her amazing little gadgets and why she was engaged with a red dragon wormling out of nowhere, with much confidence, might I add. But Crad is dead. So
Sad crowd.
yeah. But again, everyone. Say again, Haley.
I didn't get to meet him.
Nope, unfortunately not.
So
Nope.
There will be other fun NPCs that we'll make friends with. Don't worry.
Oh my
Let's go Aura's life.
There's a lot of other crap that is going to unfold. So don't worry. There's a lot. The city is slowly being put out by water. The looters are definitely not able to, are being fended off by a lot of the royal and different guards in the areas. And what's left of the guilds is what's left of the guilds. This session, everybody levels up.
Ooh.
Everybody levels up.
Very
Everyone's
nice.
leveled up. Haley, no, you're good.
Okay.
Do I get to roll my hit points?
Yep, everyone.
We're on
rolls.
stream. We're still streaming, by the way.
I can be a fish now.
But if you want to do a little bit of a gamble, I am going to instate a new house rule, and I'm going to pick one person, and I'm going to roll a d20. If they guess the number on the d20 correctly, you get max whatever roll you would be for your character for health. So, as a welcoming gift to Haley, I will have her pick the number as I roll a d20. And remember, I roll very high with this dice, so just kind of helping you out a little bit. So
Nat one.
You're putting so
Nat
much
one.
pressure on me.
so much pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna have you call out the number before I roll.
16.
All right, so 16. You guys ready? No fucking way. I'm kidding. It was a 14.
Oh.
You get 0 hit points, Haley.
excited.
I was like,
It was
I'm
close.
gonna go with 13.
Gamble
I was like,
implies-
no shot.
Gamble
I was
implies-
literally debating 14, 15, or 16, and I was like, you know what? Just go high.
Oh, so close. All right, so go ahead and roll and tell me what you got.
I got a 4.
All right.
I got a 13.
But since I got my ability modifier, I'm upping my
We
constitution.
re-roll ones, by the way. Fabs, I don't know if that was your question.
No, that's not bad for rolling too high, and I just rolled my 8.
Nice.
I haven't failed at a single thing this session, and it makes me mad.
I have failed
Why?
this
That's a
entire
good thing.
session.
Hey,
I'm very
there's
sad.
always time to fail rolls, Fabs. Don't worry.
I didn't roll this entire session except for one attack.
Use my
Yeah, I
blood
rolled to
dice.
heal myself one time. I think that was it.
Yeah, Karst, what did you roll for health?
Yeah, I could
Oh, I
use
didn't
some.
roll
I
yet.
could use some healing. Yeah, I went into that chapel and I didn't get any healing.
A 2.
So
Okay,
2. Okay.
not bad.
So right now there's like 20 some lives that like have over 100 viewers, but then it's like a big drop off. It's like 190, 172, 50, and then it just gets so much lower after that for like everybody. Like we are actually not doing bad compared to some other people. I'm not
We're still
even gonna
streaming,
lie.
by the way. We never signed off.
Yeah, we didn't.
No.
Nope.
So I appreciate all of you that have been consistently watching us. So thank you. We're trying, okay? We're trying.
Just little fish in a giant, massive ocean.
Seriously, I know, right? Anyway, we appreciate everyone for watching our stream, and yeah, thank you. We'll see you next Tuesday. So,
As always, is that the sign off? It was.
is that a sign off?
It was the sign off.
All right.